Introduce the Chronicle Herald's Ian Thompson. The Chronicle Herald is, of course, the oldest independent newspaper in Canada. The Herald was here 100 years ago, very much part of the story, and the Herald is still here. The Herald is our media sponsor. They've been providing great ads every day, and then they've been running 1, 2, 3, or more stories each and every day, and it gives me great pleasure to get to.
So I would say, from the perspective of the Chronicle Herald, and I can personalize this as well, and say that this has been a bit of an awakening for us. For those of us who were born, grown up, spent most of our years in Nova Scotia, I think it's intuitively we all recognize that the sea is part of our essential character. So there's virtually not a family in Nova Scotia that hasn't been touched by tragedy or triumph that somehow is linked to the ocean, whether it's through our fishery or through our military or events like the Titanic. So we all understand our relationship and our deep abiding connection with the sea. But in the case of Titanic, I think that one might say that over the years perhaps we've started to lose the linkage and lose the power of that story, and perhaps tend to even forget the extent to which the Titanic has become and remains part of the essential character of Nova Scotia and Nova Scotians. So this has been a bit of an awakening for us at the Chronicle Herald. We've devoted significant resources to it. I've had occasion, because of this, to look at the stories that we published 100 years ago, and there's a couple of hundred of them. And they are written in extravagant language that was common in newspapers of the day, and they are powerfully evocative. And all of you would understand the pressures of deadlines and the pressures of trying to gather data, and it's a terrific story from a media perspective, just the gathering of that news and thinking about doing that in the absence of the internet, the absence of texts, the difficulties of long-distance communication. So it's been a very powerful exercise for us. We're delighted to be a part of it. Tomorrow we're going to have a front page that will be unprecedented in our history. I can't speak for the whole 175 years, but I don't know of any front page that would have ever looked like ours is going to look tomorrow. We'll have a supplement, and we've got a reporter and a photographer on the Azamara, and so it's been a powerful exercise for us and a reminder of who we are as Nova Scotians. I hope we've been able to communicate some of that to our readers, and I'm certain that the engagement that we've had, thanks to Marcel and Ken's encouragement for us to get involved, I'm confident that this engagement by our staff in this exercise will leave a powerful residue with us. And it will be a reminder of the role of Halifax and Nova Scotia in this historically important tragedy, and ultimately, more important for me, I think it will remind me and all Nova Scotians of some of the big contributors to the essential personality, the essential characteristics of Nova Scotians. So we're delighted to be involved.